Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. In this video, I would like to remind my viewers about an article that I wrote in 2013. So I would like to elaborate on that article. I'm going to read the article and hopefully I will bring new details so that you understand the context. So the article goes, the title is Chadian Government Can't Hire You. Chadian Intellectual Awakening wants to make crystal clear once and for all that getting a degree in any field should not be a means to have a job in the government. So there is an idea, so I'm going to elaborate on that one, especially in African context, that when you go to school, you are supposed to have a job in the government. That's completely a misguided approach. Yes, school is a place where you can learn the tools, you can learn, you can get the skills in terms of how you can operate in life, especially when it comes to thinking. School is supposed to give you these tools. In many cases, it gives you tools to, yes, of course, I'm not denying the fact that you can work in the government, but the idea, the notion that if you go to school, you must work in the government is not a healthy approach. It's a dangerous approach. Okay? You are not supposed to have a job in the school. If you are somebody who get a degree from somewhere, supposedly you've earned some skills. Supposedly you learn something from the school. So why not apply those skills that you have in a different field? Why not use those skills and create something that can advance people? Instead of, because a lot of times when people want to go to the government, especially in African context, they do not have good intentions. As I have explained in previous video, they do not have good intentions. Their intention is to get rich. And as I stated before, government is the last place to get rich, unless you are very corrupted. If you want to be corrupted, if you want to do corruptions, you may be able to get away with it. But if somebody who has high integrity, and even if you go to government, your intention should not be getting money and be rich overnight. So let's move on. Many Chadians, after finishing studying, they rely on government offers, and many have intentions to steal lots of money to be rich overnight. And unfortunately, some people did get away with lots of cash. It is never a good idea to think working in the government is the only way to succeed. So as I stated before, government is not the only way to succeed. There are, as an entrepreneur myself, I would like to encourage young Africans in general, and Chadians in particular, to be creative, to think outside the box, to make sure that to not follow the steps of the older brothers, because they have not really given the good example. So what you need to do is you have to have entrepreneur mindset, meaning you have to be creative, you have to be innovative. You have to come up with an idea, and that idea or that product will help society to move forwards. That's what we need. We do not need bureaucrats. We do not need bureaucrats to suck, to empty the banks, to empty the wealth of the regular folks. All right, let's move on. Chadian's graduates should use their professional skills and their expertise in the private sector. Wow. This is, I wrote this in 2013, and it's amazing that my thinking haven't changed. I still have the same thinking about that. Considering their background, they should come up with outstanding ideas to create their own businesses. So this is the way to be successful. You create a business, and that business will provide service to people or will sell products. And that's how you can get rich. Okay? So if you want to be in the government, you have to have a sense of purpose. Meaning, if you go into the government, you want to change things for the better. But if you have your intention is to get rich, that's not a noble thing. Okay? So let's move on. Considering their background, they should come up with outstanding ideas to create their own businesses. That's the logic behind going to school and getting education. Education is not intended only to work in the public domain. It gives one the tool to acquire knowledge and to deepen our understanding of the world. As the leaders of tomorrow, let's use our educational credentials to innovate and to be our own bosses instead of passively waiting to get an integration, as Chadian love to say. So, as I mentioned here, I would like to stress the fact that working in the government in itself should not be an end. Working in a government should be a means to bring a change in order to help people to go forward. So I would like to make it short because, so if you have a diploma, do not expect to get a job from the government. If you are somebody expert in a particular field and that you're unable to have a job in the government, what you can do is you can use your expertise and create a private sector, a private company where you can help people. And at the same time, by helping people, money will be the byproduct. You don't have to think about it. When you provide good services, money just show up. So I would like to encourage young people to really be thinking about creating solutions to the problems that we have. We have a lot of problems in terms of health, in terms of infrastructure. Okay? So we do need expertise, and they'll use that expertise to help and prosper the society instead of taking advantage of society. And that's how we are in a bad shape, because the people on the top are not really thinking. They are not a visionary. They have a very short-sighted ambition, is to help themselves, and that's a disgrace. So let's make it very clear. Having a diploma should not be a way to work in a government.